Hi, I'm James Lakinski, and this is Game Audio for HTML5 and mobile platforms. For the past several years, developers have been producing full-fledged interactive experiences that run right in your web browser. Such sites usually require browser plugins such as Adobe Flash. With the advent of smartphones and tablets, interactive experiences seem the perfect fit for the new gadgets. Because of the limiting processing power of mobile devices, however, browser plugins were no longer a viable platform for game development. HTML5 has added a huge palette of in-browser tools that require no extra plugins. The HTML5 specification from the W3C is still under development, but browsers are providing support as the spec evolves. HTML5 works really well on desktops, tablets, and most smartphones running various browsers. HTML5 audio is a powerful advancement for embedding sound in the browser, especially on mobile devices such as iOS's mobile Safari browser. Because HTML5 audio was introduced to mobile Safari in iOS 3, you can be assured there is almost universal support for HTML5 audio on the present iOS platform. In this presentation, you'll learn about the HTML5 limitations for the desktop and in mobile Safari, and some solutions for creating interactive sound. HTML5 audio is both robust and limiting, depending largely on its implementation. It works well for music players, i.e. jukebox players, or simple sound effects, but leaves much to be desired for sound-intensive applications such as games. HTML5 only offers a small amount of audio controls from a coding perspective. Essentially, you could only start a sound file, control its volume, and stop the playback. You can't do interesting things like stereo panning or anything dynamic. For instance, you can't have a sound travel across the stereo field in conjunction with the animation moving across the screen. Web audio APIs have begun to address these issues and offer solutions to these certain problems. Another issue is with looping sound files. Before iOS 5, the loop attribute was not supported. To work around the lack of support, add an event listener to the onEnded event and, in that function, call play, parentheses, the name of the sound file, close parentheses. One of the biggest limitations imposed by mobile Safari is that only a single audio stream can be played at one time. HTML5 media elements in mobile Safari are singletons, so only a single HTML5 audio and HTML5 video stream can be playing at one time. Apple has offered no explanation for this limitation, but one can assume it is to reduce data charges, as is the reason for most other iOS HTML5 limitations. Using an audio sprite is one of the best solutions to overcome the need for multiple sounds in mobile Safari. Much like a CSS image sprite, an audio sprite combines all of your audio into a single stream. You will need to store the data for each sprite, the starting position, ending position or length, and an ID. When you want to play a particular sprite, you could set the current time of the audio stream to the start position and call play. A great advantage to using an audio sprite is that there will be no delay when switching between sprites, like when switching between audio streams, assuming the entire audio sprite is loaded. Having all streams in one file is also advantageous to cut down on HTTP requests. One should make sure that the entire audio stream is loaded before accessing any sprites. This is important because if the audio stream isn't completely loaded, and an attempt is made to access a portion of the stream that's loaded, the stream will need to be buffered and a delay will occur while the stream is loading. iOS provides mobile Safari with only a single HTML5 media container for audio and video. If you play an audio stream while another is currently playing, the previous audio stream will be removed from the container and the new stream will be instantiated in its place. Audio files cannot be auto-played on page load in mobile Safari. Audio files can only be loaded from a user-triggered touch click event. If the autoplay attribute is used in the HTML markup, mobile Safari will ignore the attribute and not play the file on page load. Despite the limitations discussed in this presentation, HTML5 audio is a welcome addition to mobile Safari, and you should take advantage of it. Moving forward, some further topics for discussion are What other creative ways can we process audio to increase randomization of repetitive sound effects while maintaining small data footprints? Here's a hint. Research exhaustive arrays and stitching sound grains of a sound effect, as was done in Call of Duty's multi-part explosions. Also, where's the best place to get lunch around NYU?